to Impact Wrestling on Access TV, the Impact and AEW Summit right now.
I'm sure everybody's kind of seen what's been going on around here the last little bit, and some of the, let's say, lack of agreement with myself and my fellow Executive Vice President, Don Callis. So it's time that we get some things settled. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my guest at this time, the AEW owner and CEO, Mr. Tony Khan. Tony, I appreciate you coming here. I know you're a very busy man, and welcome back to the Impact Zone.
Thank you for hosting me. I saw the AEW logo. You've been so kind to provide me with your microphone. I should have brought one of my own AEW microphones here, but you're a wonderful host, and it's great to be here. It's great to see the AEW champion and the Impact champion, Kenny Omega. Not as good to see Don, but Don's here too. And it's nice to see you, Scott. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here, and I'm excited about the big match you're going to announce.
Yeah, I think, there's been a little bit of a controversy, and as per our agreement, whether it's an Impact World Championship or an AEW World Championship, since we share a champion, it requires consent. Oh, look who showed up to work.
Everybody's here. Isn't this great? Wow, I mean, you two in the ring, are the territories safe? I don't know. Wow. Whoa. Now, Tony, thank you very much.
That for you.
That's
I'm a good guy.
highlight.
I have
I
a
still
big
almost
heart.
fell over getting in
I have
here.
a big heart. I'm a nice guy.
Well, you guys are planning, scheming, I guess maybe. Here's the thing, and I'm not here to cause any trouble or stir anything up. I just want to point out a few facts that I think, Tony, you're all about protecting investments. Kenny Omega is probably the greatest investment you have in your portfolio. He's the world champion of not one, not two, three, a dozen promotions around the world. It's incredible. And then we have Moose, who's a great athlete. And then we have Sami Callihan. Now, it's my understanding that there's talk about Sami Callihan being involved with this match. Now, Kenny Omega and Don Callis, the Invisible Hand, are not afraid of Sami Callihan or anyone else. But from an investment perspective, I would like to point out a couple of facts. Fact, Sami Callihan is on every blacklist of every promoter from here to Japan to South Africa to Winnipeg to New York to Jacksonville to Nashville for a reason. Do I need to?
No comment.
Do I
No
need
comment.
to? Yeah.
No
Do I
comment
need
on
to
that.
pull up the footage of him hitting Eddie Edwards with a bat my first night in this company and almost ending a great wrestling career?
Please do not. Please do not.
You know, Don, look, Sammy is definitely a wild one, but it seems that he's not the only one that's been out of control, because at a little event in Under Siege, it looked like the Good Brothers had a problem with him and somehow got him out of the #1 contenders. And then last week, we turned around and all of a sudden Sammy gets attacked. Just as it looks like he might beat Moose, he gets attacked by the Good Brothers again. So Sammy beat Moose by DQ. So certainly he's in line to be in this match at against all odds.
Tony, I know you're not a fan of disqualifications and things like that, so I'm just saying, look, Sami Callihan's been a successful wrestler. He's a great wrestler. He's a tough wrestler, but he's also a dangerous wrestler. He busted me open 3 years ago and put me in the hospital. He's hurt so many guys, it is literally unbelievable. And what's worse, he's a raving lunatic, Scott. How much time have you spent in the office dealing with another cat? We call it a Callahanism, right? Oh, Another classic Sammy. We got to call the police. We got to cover something up. We got to give someone a briefcase. Old school. You know how that goes. Is that really what you want? I mean, look, I'm just saying. Moose is a great athlete. AEW and Impact are both companies that are based on the best athletes facing each other and seeing who wins. Because why, Tony? Wins and losses matter. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wins and losses matter, and they matter here in Impact. So I say we take the best athlete in Impact Wrestling, which is Moose, and the best athlete in AEW, which you would agree is Kenny Omega, by God, and we have a match. I think that's fantastic. There's no need to bring in a raving, drooling sociopath, Cro-Magnon, Visigoth, troglodyte like Sami Callihan into what is going to be a great Olympic-level wrestling match. I think you understand what I'm saying. Very good at making my point normally. If that's all, I'm gonna...
No, you know what? Look, Don, there's one thing that you're certainly not, and that's a stupid man. Another thing you're not is an unlogical human being. Always very logical, always very calculated. And you raise some tremendously well-articulated points. So guys like myself and Tony, look, we've all been part of this unbelievable, this unprecedented collaboration, and we get to keep changing things on the fly.
You guys are welcome, by the way.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, and we want to give you a thank you. So that's why, Don, this Saturday at Against All Odds, it's going to be one-on-one, the Impact World's Champion, Kenny Omega versus Moose.
I love that. Good decision, Scott. Wish I'd thought of that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Don, as you know, Kenny has a lot of contractual commitments. If I'd known how much I'd be dealing with you when you first came for Full Gear, for the Eliminator Final, for Kenny Hangman, you came in as a commentator. And if I'd known how much I'd be dealing with you and how much I'd be dealing with Kenny, frankly, and that we'd be here after all this time, I don't know. I am not sure I would have been thrilled about you coming in. But I got to say, Don, this time we spent together, one thing I do know is you really care about Kenny. And I know that you care about, Kenny. I know you care about this Impact Championship. And I know that with Moose, I know you want to see a good, clean, fair match. And I know everyone wants to see it. And I know all the fans want to see a match in a big, great venue, a big, great event. And to me, if you're going to do a big event, what venue in the world, what venue in the country has hosted more big wrestling matches in the past year than Daly's Place? None. There isn't one. Daly's Place is the top wrestling venue in the world. You know, Kenny's wrestled in top matches. That Eliminator Final, Kenny won the championship there and has made great defenses of it. And as far as Impact goes, he's done great stuff here in this ring, too. With all due respect, I think that the AEW champion, I think the Impact champion, there's been a lot of great stuff that Kenny's done in his career, but his greatest accomplishments have come in Daly's Place. So for this Impact championship match with Moose, to me, the best place to do it is Daly's Place. Also, what I can assure you, Don, even better, I'll make you even happier, is Sami Callihan will not be there. Sami Callihan is a guy that we don't want around Daly's Place. I can assure you, I've got great security, and one thing I can promise is Sami Callihan will not be there.
I think this is a great decision. Scott, good job. Tony never thought it. That's a great, I love it. Daly's home field advantage, Scott. It's a football thing. This is great. This is great. Guys, thank you very much. I feel fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel fantastic. Hit my music.
Hey, Don, hold on to the music. Hold the music. So it's great. We're going to be here this Saturday. We're going to have Against All Odds. Sammy will be competing here. The Good Brothers will be competing here. So not that they'd ever interfere, but they won't be able to. One-on-one, Moose versus Kenny for the Impact World Champion. Best man wins. I know you think it's going to be your boy Kenny, and maybe he will be. So congratulations. And one last thing, whoever walks out of Against All Odds as the Impact World Champion will have a special date waiting for them. Because July 17th at Slammiversary, that winner this Saturday will defend the Impact World's Championship against Sami Callihan. Tony signed off on it. It's going to be great.
What have you done?
Now you can hit the music.
How can you? No, I don't want it. No. This is awful. What are you doing? You realize what's going on.
Hey, I'll shake hands.
Yeah, go ahead. Hug it up with a Carney.
I have a big heart. I'm hosting a wrestling match in my venue.
Yeah, there goes your investment.
Didn't I do you a bunch of favors?
There goes your investment.
I'm a nice guy.
Tony.
Nice guy. See you, Don.
So it seems to be on not only for Saturday night and against all odds, but also for Slammiversary.
Don Callis is convinced he will do anything not to get Sami Callihan and Kenny Omega in the ring at the same time.
Don's only got a little bit of time left to scramble as we're just getting started here on Impact Wrestling.